Hi, and welcome to Female Entrepreneurs Magazine, your go-to platform for ambitious women who are ready to take the business world by storm. I'm your host, Angel France, and each week we'll dive into the latest strategies, stories, and success secrets from the most inspiring female entrepreneurs around the world. Today on The Real Female Entrepreneurs, we're talking all things connections, clarity, and collaboration with a woman who makes marketing feel like a meaningful conversation and not all of that icky sales pitch. Oh, thank God. She's also a strategic powerhouse, educator, and speaker, and the founder of Opportunities Knocking. Yes, pun totally intended here. Whether she's leading network events, coaching digital strategies, or lighting up the stage, she helps entrepreneurs attract their dream clients without all that ickiness that goes on. As director of Professional Women of Wisconsin, she's built a reputation for turning conversation, confusion, and confidence into everything imaginable for you, the entrepreneur. Help me welcome the magnetic and mission driven Kim Knaak. Welcome, Kim.
Hello, hello. Thank you so much for having me. I am so excited to be with you today.
I'm excited to have you. Oh my God, you're so much fun. We just chit chatted for so long. I loved it.
Right. I love that.
I feel like I was talking to my best friend.
I know. I know. I love connection and we instantly connected. I feel so welcomed by you. So thank you so much for getting to know me on a level, not just besides what I do and who I serve and those things. That means the world to me. So thank you.
It means the world to me. And that's why this next question is my heart, because everybody has had something happen to them who is an entrepreneur to bring them to actually become an entrepreneur and actually niche down to the niche that they're in. Do you mind sharing that with me?
So I started what I was doing just in generalized marketing for it was right when the ugly happened and restaurants were my ideal client at the time because they didn't know how to work in marketing or market their business and completely change directions of how they were going to serve food, handle only drive through or walk in and how they handle all of that and still stay in business and promote their new strategy. So I worked in promoting their new strategy. That's how I got started in everything. And I learned a lot of different things about marketing and continuing to educate myself. I was still working full time at the time. So continuing to educate myself and I was getting an abundance. So I was like, I could do this full time. My kids were in a summer program that was ending and it was like, okay, Kim, you know what? You're bringing in enough. I make enough money. You're bringing in enough. Why don't you get to spend some time with your kids that we've put in daycare for the past 10 years? And I jumped at the opportunity. So that was my turning point on becoming an actual full-time entrepreneur. We'll try to say that, full-time entrepreneur, but I started off doing direct sales probably about 15 years ago. Got me
Oh,
into the little niche of, I want to work on my own. I want to work on my own. My first direct sales was actually when I was 18.
me too.
Yeah. With the beautiful facial products. I don't know if we could talk
Me
about that.
too.
Yes, I think she got us all.
Me too.
Yeah.
And then I moved to the big A actually training as well.
Yes.
So I totally get it. Oh my
Yes.
God. Yeah.
So I moved up in the direct sales companies. I was a director in the one I sold handbags and who doesn't love a handbag? I sold handbags and became director in that company. And I always knew I had the itch to be an entrepreneur. And I always knew I had to serve other people. So it took me a while to niche down to answer your initial question, to niche down and find the restaurants didn't so much need me anymore. And marketing, I'm finding a lot of people are interested in doing their own, but they kind of don't know how or where to start. So I'm my ideal client now is I'm training them to do their own and identifying their ideal client and niching it down until it hurts. They say the niches are in the riches and they're not wrong. And they're not wrong. So when you market to the masses, you're spending so much time marketing. If you get to niche it down and take your time, you're going to attract more clients. And then you're also going to spend less time. Like, I don't have time for social. No, you probably don't. So that's where I'm at.
Oh my God. That is so perfect. Okay. So we didn't even talk about we were both direct sales for so long.
We didn't.
So yeah, we were both there. So you also had a full-time job. And I find most of us who are entrepreneurs, we've always had 2 or 3 different things we were doing at once. So what if you don't mind me asking, what was your full-time position that you had? What did you do?
So I had 2 that were totally different careers. My first one was in pharmaceuticals. I started as a farm tech and moved my way into the purchasing director. And I made that company millions, probably billions of dollars. And it's so hard to watch yourself make a ton of money for someone else. But the medical field, it's tough. It's tough to watch what you're charging other people when you know what it's purchased for. Right. And when I'm here about serving people, excuse me, I'm so sorry. It made me choke. When I'm here to serve people, charging them that amount wasn't in alignment with me. I have to cough again. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Excuse me.
I totally understand.
Real world.
Real world.
So,
And what was the next one? What else did you do?
So then I went into working for a boiler company. And I was a pricing strategist for that. So I've had strategy behind me for a long time. And it was a really fun company to work for. It was really great management, actually, completely different from what I was working in prior. Mm-hmm. So I took some of their management structure and really just put that into myself as an entrepreneur. And when I do have to lead people, I took some of that structure of we lead as a team and take each other's opinions. And it's not all about directing. It's kind of bringing people together. So 2 totally different careers, liked them both, really enjoyed the second one, but it wasn't, again, in alignment with me. It was a commute and I missed a lot of time with my kids.
Yeah, I understand that. But you know what I love about this is the fact that we all have like different diverse things that we do in different fields, but it always comes back to we still have that main thing about us that is brought back, and yours was strategy, and you still doing strategy today 100%.
I am. And the goal is to, instead of make other people millions and billions, do it for myself. And it doesn't have to be millions and billions, but let me be comfortable and feel happy, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because I used to get frustrated with that as well, making so much money for other people. That's one reason I went into direct sales.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Because of that.
It's so funny that we're in alignment with that. But I'm sure a lot of people can really relate to being in direct sales, and that's their first entrepreneurial journey.
Yeah.
And you get a little taste. So
yeah, and once you get that taste, you're like, oh, I could do more.
Mm-hmm.
I can do more.
I'm here for the more.
Yeah. So, all right, we already know you have 2 children, correct?
Correct. I have, yes, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go for it.
No, I have an 11-year-old son and a 13-year-old daughter. So they're amazing. They're the light of my life. They are the reason I'm an entrepreneur today. And I encourage them to do what makes them the happiest.
And I love the fact that they're that age and they were probably middle school, grammar school probably when you actually flipped the switch to full entrepreneurship. Is that about right from time frame?
Yeah, absolutely. My son is still in grade school right now. He's moving into being in middle school, and my daughter is moving into being in high school. So very, very different ages. She was moving into middle school and he was very early grade school when I became an entrepreneur, a full-time entrepreneur.
So taking on all of that, and it changes when you're a full-time position and you're working and still have children, but then going into full entrepreneurship, can you explain the balance that you were able to create with them? If there's anything such a balance, or how did you balance?
I don't know that there's a balance. The best part of all of it is being an entrepreneur in what I'm doing. I can schedule my work around them. So I get to put them first. I get to and I like to say I get to do all the sports things. And I'm a single mom doing all the things. So I'm doing all the sports things. I get to go to every single school program. Whereas an employee, I couldn't always do that if they had it during the day. So it's been extremely incredible to be able to a lot of work, but be able to schedule all of my work. And so I come and I work on Saturdays and Sundays and, Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock at night, but it all works out.
Yeah, because it gives you the freedom to make a decision what time you're able to work and spend the rest of the time with your family or do something with them.
Absolutely. And when it's nice in Wisconsin, we take advantage. And we get out of the house when the sun is out. So I can work at night when the sun is down.
So I want to go back to your I get to, because
Okay.
15 years ago, the little girl next door to me, she was going her first day into pre-K. She was about 4, all right? And I'm walking out about the same time, and she's walking out with her little uniform, and I'm like, "Oh my God, where are you going today?" And she goes, "I get to go to school." And so I get to is just such an amazing thing if we actually just take it on that way. So I love how you said that,
Mhm.
because whenever I hear that, my little antennas go up. I get so excited.
And it's not always that easy to say I get to. Sometimes it's a little easier to focus on the, oh my gosh, I have to do all this. So, and there's been a lot of moments like that for me, a lot that I'm, oh, I got to do this and I got to do that. And I look at my schedule. I'm like, how am I going to get it all done? And I'd really try to redivert it to what I get to do, because I don't want to sit there in negativity. And it's sometimes the only way to turn it into a positive. Just be like,
Yeah.
I get to do this. So yeah.
So it's just rewiring of the brain.
Absolutely. And we all need that reminder sometimes. And I definitely need that myself sometimes.
Mhm. So I just go back and envision her jumping up and down doing that. So
I would have had nothing but pure joy to watch that little girl get to go to her first day of school. And I know she was in her best outfit. And she stood in front of that tree or on the porch and said, Mommy, or Daddy, take my picture, or Grandma, or whoever's there, take my picture, because here I am and I'm going.
it's exactly what happened.
I can picture it. And I wasn't there.
Yeah, it's so precious. I mean, and the vision, don't you find that if we can visualize the amazingness of things, of what it really does for us and for our surroundings?
It just brings on the positivity, which I love. I love to bring on the positivity. I love to see other people smile, because it naturally makes me smile. It brings on the natural smile for me.
So let's talk about that natural smile and helping other people. What advice do you have for other women who are maybe trying to grow their business and might be struggling a little bit? We've all struggled. What advice do you have?
What advice do I have for those that are struggling a little bit? I think really focus on, you may have a big goal, a big picture, and you're focusing on the things that aren't working out. Start maybe jotting down your small wins to get to that big goal, so you actually recognize that you are making steps towards it, because the goal might be gigantic. And if it looks too big, narrow it down and make a few smaller goals to get there. I do not believe personally in in New Year's resolutions at all. I think you set yourself up for failure on January 1st, and nobody wants to fail, right?
Mm-mm.
So I love to set a word of intention. I run workshops for it every single year. Set a word of intention, and it helps you to get to those goals and just feel a little bit more at peace with the things you have done.
I love words of intention. I had someone bring it a little bit further this past week, and they said actually they put a quote onto the word,
Oh,
and that's their quote for that year,
for the whole
quarter,
year.
whatever
Oh,
it is, and that's it. So I thought that was pretty cool.
I love that, because I talk about really putting your word everywhere. Make it the back screen of your phone, put it on your computer, put it on sticky notes, put it on your vision board, whatever it is, put it everywhere, so it's a constant reminder. So adding that quote to it,
Yeah.
you tell your friend, I might steal that little idea to use it for myself, because I love it.
I think you can, and I'm gonna go back to my direct selling era. I used to have my mirror enthralled with lipstick quotes and lipsticks. Remember that?
Yes. Yes.
Now we
Don't
got the
forget
vision board on our phone, you know?
it. Don't forget it. You make that photo collage, you do whatever it is to make sure you don't forget. Yes. And it's the same thing, but don't forget the positive, right? Like that's kind of what the intention was behind it. And and I'll throw a name out there. Mary Kay Ash was so for the female entrepreneur, so incredibly brilliant for her time in ways that I think it has set the standard in a lot of ways for female entrepreneurs. I don't
It
know if
it
I'm allowed to say that, but I'm gonna.
You can, that's where I started, and I'm okay
Mhm,
with it
mhm.
because and I mean, yes, I don't know if they still do it. No, we were not able to wear pants.
No, we can. You wear that skirt.
We wore the skirt. And I mean, and you know what? That was fine. I had no problem with it.
I
I
didn't
mean,
either.
yeah, yeah.
Awkward at first because I wasn't much of a skirt wearer, but you feel better when you dress nice. I
Mhm.
do believe that. When you dress, I always like to feel good. So I don't always have a face full of makeup on today. My hair isn't curled, but when it is, I feel so much better.
Yeah.
I just feel like I sit taller and you feel
More
good.
confidence.
Right, right.
Mhm. And you own who you are. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
100%. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's just be honest with COVID, we have backtracked a lot into sweatpants. And guys, I will tell you now, I love writing articles and pumping out stuff in sweats and in pajamas. I do. I
Mm-hmm.
do. But if I'm going to be out and about, that's a whole different world.
Well, and we have Zoom for that, and you have no idea what I have, the bottom half down, and I have no idea what you have. You may not have pants at all.
You just never know.
I don't know.
And I don't know about you. So there we
That's
go.
right.
All right. So no, let's go back to when you were 18. You said you started direct selling then. I
I
did
did.
too. So
Mhm.
let's go back. So what you've learned up to now, what would you go back and have told that 18-year-old self?
Don't give up. Just keep going. And really, I was very negative then. Focus on the wins. It wasn't so much. I've had to teach myself a lot of the things and where my mindset is right now. Even in the last 2 or 3 years, I have massively grown from who I was, especially like we'll use the ugly word. I hate to talk about it, but right after the pandemic, I was a completely different person than I am right now.
Right.
I have also lost 200 pounds. I am a physical, completely different person as well as mentally. I
How
didn't
did
even tell
you
you
do
that
that?
before.
Wait, how did you lose 200 pounds?
Well, some would say it's the easy way, but I will challenge anybody that questions it. I had gastric bypass surgery and it saved my life. It absolutely saved my life. It was the hardest thing I ever did in my life.
That is hard. You have to change
Yeah.
the way you eat. You have to change everything. I mean, head to toe.
I challenge anyone to try that 2-week liquid diet that you have to do before the surgery. Nothing but liquids for 2 weeks. That'll put your mind in a place. But I'll tell you, I feel so good about it. And I have helped a lot of other women feel like it's okay because so many people feel like that's the easy way out. Your mind tells you eat that full plate of food. Your stomach will say, you are not going to like the results of that. You are not going to like the results of that. And 5 years later, I've kept it off. So people can, gain weight right back. And
Yeah, they do.
I've really helped a lot of women know it's okay. That has nothing to do with my business, nothing else. But I again, it's okay. It's not a cheat. It's a tool, and you have to use the tool properly.
Thank you for being so honest with that because people need to hear this, especially women who, we focus so much on our businesses and our families. Sometimes we don't take the time to take care of us.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure that 200 pounds, you not only drop the weight, you drop some other belief systems.
Yes.
And do you mind
Yes.
talking a little bit? I mean, we're going off track a little bit, but not off track. But if you don't mind talking a little bit about that belief system. Because I
Well,
find you extremely positive.
well, and I definitely was in a very negative headspace with that. I hid under clothing, and I still do because I have the aftermath of extra skin and all that stuff. And I'll be really honest with you, Angel, I don't tell a lot of people that amount of weight that I lost, and I just told the world.
You just told the world. That's
I just
amazing,
told the
though.
world. But I don't generally talk about the exact pounds. But I was a very happy person. I wasn't confident. And what I will say is I was very, very, very introverted. And I would not say I'm extrovert, even though I run networking events and I bring all, I try to bring it all out for everyone else. I have to go have that decompression time after I do something like that. So I've molded into almost an ambivert where I love to be positive and energetic, but I have to go calm down after. Like I have to get back in my mind space and remind myself, you're not that girl that was in that shell of that body before. Your person is still here. You're more confident to express who she is because you're more confident in how you look. Does that kind of make sense? Does that answer? I feel
Yeah.
like I talk in circles sometimes. So,
No, you're
okay,
perfect.
great.
Oh my God, that answered everything. And thanks for that openness.
Yeah.
And it's just going to help. Even if it helps one person,
If
I'm
it helps
happy.
one person, even question it. And I'm happy to answer some questions. And I used to have a blog on it. It might be gone. I'm not sure if the blog on it is gone, but the journey itself. And um, I'm happy if we help one person today, just with that. And it had nothing to do with being an entrepreneur. So
Yeah. And it does, though. If
it
we think
does.
about it, it
Mhm.
does. Because some of us, when we gain a few pounds, we start hiding a little bit.
Mhm. Mhm.
And we
True.
don't want to talk about it. I've done it before.
Sure.
Okay. So that is the key. And if people look at me to like, oh, Angel, you've been the same size forever. I get that. But we do gain weight and then we lose weight. It just
Mhm.
happens. But I find when my weight is higher, I have a tendency to become an introvert. I don't
Yeah.
get out as much.
Mhm.
So and I find with the big C, whatever you want to call it, um, a lot of us have gained a lot of weight.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. And I also don't judge people that are heavy or have a weight issue. Either way, whether it's people would say too small or too big, you are where you're comfortable and where you're healthy.
Right.
And I was fairly healthy. I was on cholesterol medication and all that kind of stuff. I caught it before it happened,
Right.
but I wanted to live for those kids that I have.
And
So
there's medical reasons people gain weight and lose weight as well, and they are the size they are, and I mean, you
let's
have to
talk
rub
about the middle-aged women. We're fluctuating nonstop because our bodies are like, I don't know where my hormones want to be, so your weight is going to be where I tell you it is.
Yeah. I can gain 10 pounds in a day.
Ma'am. Yes.
Why?
Yes.
How in the hell?
Yes. Like my pants aren't even buttoning at all, and they were loose yesterday. Yeah, exactly.
All right. So let's go back into our world, even though that, I mean, that helps so many people. But
I
what
hope
is one key strategy that has helped you advance your career even more that maybe like, I mean, you're a strategy girl. So what
Mhm.
is one thing that you've done to strategize that would help you move forward that maybe somebody said, "Oh, don't do that. That's not going to work."
Honestly, stepping out and getting in front of other audiences has
Mm,
helped me expand my reach a tremendous amount. And it's helped others around me to let them get into my audience. So continuing to serve one another. If you are in alignment, I have a hashtag I love, use and abuse: collaboration, not competition. So I
okay.
don't care if someone is a digital strategist or a networking facilitator or whatever else, just as I am, I will find a way for us to work together and not against each other.
That is amazing. Guys, listen to what she just said. Repeat that again if you don't mind about the collaboration.
Collaboration, not competition. We can find a way to work together, not against each other.
Mhm.
Anytime. We all have our genius zone. we have our one little thing. And if you don't, you got to niche it down, right? If you're so generalized, what sets you apart from everybody else? You take that and you find another person to work with, and you just got in front of a whole nother audience that you can help each other.
So I actually, and I've had other magazine people say, oh, I would never have you on because you serve the same people. No, I bring it on. Come on.
Yeah.
I want you in here because
yeah. Are you going to feature the same person in your magazine every month, or are you going to continue to expand your reach to get your message out to more people? There are only so many people you can serve at one time. There's only so many hours a day, so many days a month, so many days a week. You can't physically take them all on. So if you can bring that together with other people, it's win-win for everybody. Yeah, and I do find people very, very, very intimidated by that thought process. No, this is mine. I want to hold it tight to me because I don't want them to steal from me. No, just work together. You can find a way to work together.
Yeah, I love it. And you like OPP, don't you?
I love OPP. Get in front of other people's people every single time. I'll sing the song even. I will. I've done it at networking events. When I had the Collaborate event where we did a huge giveaway, I stood up in the room and I sang, and I was embarrassed, but I did it anyway. And you guys should you might know what song I'm talking about. If not, look up OPP from the 90s and you'll know.
And we're also going to put it in your the song list for them as well.
Yes, there you go. See, that wasn't even in my song list.
That's okay, but it works. That's perfect.
Great.
All right. Can you share any future plans that you have that we need to keep an eye out for?
I'm really I'm appreciating this opportunity right here. I'm looking to continue on with my giveaways and be out there for other people. I'm looking to, really get out on stages, be there for other people. So watch for me, connect with me. I don't know if that kind of answers what you were looking for, but that's really where I'm at, is continuing to connect with people, with networking, with being on stages, digital summits, all of that stuff. That's where my space is. And I feel like I'm most valuable right now.
Yeah. So you're open to collaborate with people, speak on their stages, whatever. Guys, reach out to her. Yeah. She's ready.
Absolutely. I'm here. I am here, and I can bring the energy, and I will go shut down in a corner later. You don't have to worry about me shutting down on stage. I'll go shut down later.
Could you picture us both on stage? Oh, that would be wild. Back to back.
It probably would be. We could do a nice panel.
Oh, yeah.
We could do a nice panel where we could feed off of each other, because we've done so much fun the last couple of hours. So it's been great.
Yeah, it's cool. All right. Superpower for just 24 hours, one day, your Marvel superpower, what would it be?
Ooh. I wasn't ready for superpowers.
Ooh.
Everybody wants to fly. I don't know if I want to fly. I'm so afraid of heights. I don't think I want to fly. I think my superpower is to be able to see into the future so I can take more action today. I can take the action today. I want to be able to see my missed opportunities and take them and do them.
Time travel.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, me too. I'm a time traveler.
I don't want to fly. It gives me gives me the stomach ickies thinking about it. I got you crying.
You do. All right. All right. One fun fact about you that not a lot of people know about. You've shared so much so far.
My gosh, I just had a fun fact. Well, my fun fact for my networking event was that I was going to be in this magazine. So now I'm trying to think, what haven't I've shared a lot with you today.
It's what I do. I get you open.
You do. What is my fun fact? This isn't, maybe it's fun. I don't know. I just got my passport for the first time, and I am going with my daughter on an 8th grade trip to Costa Rica. So I've flown before. She's never flown. We're going for 10 days to Costa Rica. It's fun. It's exciting. I've never traveled. So I'll take all of the Costa Rica vibes because I'm excited. Remember that height thing I told you about? Yeah, we're ziplining.
Okay.
Yeah. So wish me luck.
Take a valerian root before you get on.
That sounds great. Thank you. I appreciate all the tips.
All right. A favorite book of yours?
I really love Rachel Hollis, and Girl Wash Your Face
Oh.
stepped me kind of into a journey, stepped me deeper into that entrepreneur journey. That year I read that book was the year I decided to quit corporate. Somehow tied together. I'm not a huge reader. I ingest a lot of things by watching because I can't read a book and multitask, and I cannot listen to a book. I have the hardest, I don't absorb the content. So that's my book, Girl Wash Your Face.
So I'm only able to read books. Please don't laugh at this. Yes, I will books. I don't care. It's my jam in a steam room.
In a steam room.
Self-care.
Don't they get a little, you're messing your pages up and everything.
I don't care.
That book is garbage, but it's good.
It's good. It's good. 20, 30 minutes in a steam room. Oh my God. Amazing.
You know, it probably, because I don't love a steam room, but it probably makes the time go by while you're reading.
Yeah.
I'm going to try it. I'm going to ruin some books and take them in a steam room.
So I just look at it from the fact of, okay, I have allergies really bad. So it helps with like bags under eyes and helps refresh the face a little bit. I'm like, okay, it's my self-care for this 20, 30 minutes. And I also get to read. To get knowledge, you know, I mean, so I don't roll through books really quick, but I do roll through them. It's probably about a chapter to two. It depends how long the chapter is. I can get through.
I love it. Are you a business or a fiction book person? No, I'm asking you
business.
questions.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I love this. I'm business. I'm business.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I do both. I do both business and fiction. So
I used to have trouble reading books and comprehending in grammar school and high school because they didn't teach a lesson enough to me. So the business books really resonate with me 100%.
Well, I'm not going to take my copy of Female Entrepreneur magazine in a steam room though, because I don't want it to get ruined. So my bought copy is not going in the steam room. I'll promise you that, but I'll take a book in there.
Okay. Yeah. Take a book. That's what I say. Favorite song. We already have one.
My favorite song, really for like, if I want to get into the mode for business, I love Rise Up. It's Audra. I think it's Audra Day. I don't remember the singer's name, but Rise Up, go listen to that song. Even if you're in like a kind of a poop mood, by the end of the song, it brings you there. It brings you there. Mm-hmm.
And once you get the words, you start singing, it just releases something inside of you. Mm-hmm. Like I will drive and jam to that song.
I will. And you know what? If that song comes on my playlist, and I have probably 7,000 songs on my favorites and my music in my car, that song comes on and I'm pulling in my driveway, I'm driving around the block till it's done. I will not, because it's so loud. I don't want to pull in my driveway and make my neighbors angry.
So wait, one of my neighbors, because sometimes I'll have the sunroof down, and one of my neighbors told his girlfriend, don't, use that kind of music, whatever. And he told the loud beat music. I mean, that one's not that bad, but some of the loud beat music. And he told my husband, he goes, I'm so sorry. My girlfriend probably had her music too loud. He goes, what time was it? And he told me, he goes, that was Angel. He's like, that's Angel. He goes, don't get your girlfriend in trouble. That's Angel. He goes, Angel?
Oh yes, that's me too. It depends on the song. If the beat hits me right, if it's in the right thing, a volume all the way up.
Mm-hmm.
From
Jamming.
60s to today's music. I have a little harder time with today's music for my kids, but I'm not a keep it down to two person, just background music. Mm-mm.
Nope. All right, your favorite quote.
My favorite quote. This really is in alignment with me, especially right now. I keep using this one. I have a ton of quotes. I post a quote a day, I think, on my social media. But the one I use, I never dreamed about success. I worked for it. And that's from Estee Lauder.
So true.
And it's funny. We're bringing it back to makeup, right? Just one of the most successful makeup and, self-care brands out there. And I didn't choose that for that, but I didn't dream about success. I never dreamed about success. I worked for it.
And that is true because, I mean, yeah, we might have a dream or a vision, but if you don't work for it, you're not getting it.
It's not happening. It's not happening. You have to make the moves. You have to make the moves for the things to happen. They don't just fall on your plate. And for those that it does, you are a very lucky individual.
Yeah. Yeah. What I say by then is you've done something in the past that you failed at, that you've learned lessons from, that actually brings you to where you are today, and that luck just followed through with you, if that's what happened. But you worked at something somewhere along the lines and had to learn the lessons you had to learn.
You did. And there's a million quotes about all of that, about, the things just falling into your place. You worked very hard for it some way, somehow. Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. Oh my God. Absolutely. All right. How do you stay motivated besides music and jamming out with me?
Really, it is music. It is continuing to get to that next step. So I try to plan like 5 steps ahead a little bit and keep going towards the next thing. I almost never feel like I'm done.
Yeah.
And when that happens, I go back to see all that I have done.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, when I first started this business, I'm in a totally different position than I was. I would have never stepped foot on a stage. I would have never been running a women's networking group. I would have never done any of that.
Wow.
Any of that. So it motivates me, and my kids motivate me. They do a lot. And so I'm like, I want your energy. I'm going to try.
All right. What is the best way for our audience to stay connected with you?
So you can connect with me on my website. I just built a brand new website for everybody under Connector Kim. I also have a website for opportunities knocking, but there is links for everything I do on connectorkim.com. And you can find anything there. I do have a special gift for anyone that's watching this or reading the magazine. That ideal client, I continue to talk about making sure that you're niching it down. I have an entire roadmap that helps you find that ideal client, connect with them. So make sure you're in the right spaces. Make sure you're networking in the right rooms. If your ideal client is a Medicare recipient, going to 5 networking events is probably not where you're going to find your ideal client. They're on the pickleball field. I actually had someone tell me this, so I just stole her line, because her and I were talking about her ideal client, and I said, you are at every networking event. Are your people here? And she said, no, they're playing pickleball. I said, you go get you a table at one of those gyms and connect with them and get yourself on that pickleball field.
Yeah.
So I have an entire roadmap that tells you who the client is, how to connect with them, and how to market to them without having to sell. So it's more of education-based marketing and teaching people the problems that they maybe don't even have, that you have an option to solve that problem. Yep. So I have a free download for that. And I created a page just for Female Entrepreneur Magazine. Oh. It's connectorkim.com/FEM. And you can go get the download. I'll have my blogs linked to that all lead around the same. I often offer a masterclass just for the ideal client worksheet alone, because people will look at it and they'll download it and they'll say, I'll look at it later. No, you can come get me live. And I teach this class for free to help people at least connect with their person.
That is amazing. Thank you for that gift. They're going to love that. Oh,
absolutely.
So amazing.
Absolutely. Just for you.
So what is anything else that you want to tell us about that we haven't talked about?
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, we've covered it all. We covered business. We've covered personal. I'm at a loss. What else do I want to talk about? My biggest thing is connecting with people. That makes everything super happy with me. So continue to connect with everybody. Don't forget the collaboration, not competition. You don't have to connect with me. It doesn't have to be with Angel, but find someone in your area. Find someone in your area that can maybe even just be a person you can just talk to about business, because business is tough, especially for entrepreneurs. We often have people sending us links for jobs. Go get this job. Go get this job. I get it all the time. Get this job. I have a job. I have my very own business that is registered and everything else. Go look me up. So keep on with it. And I hope to connect with many, many people.
Yeah. Awesome. I love the connections. That's how we build everything in this business.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Kim, you're amazing. I had so much fun with you.
So,
thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me. It's an absolute honor. And I have enjoyed our conversation so much. It's just like coffee with a friend. I love it.
Yeah, definitely. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Female Entrepreneurs Magazine. I hope you found inspiration, actionable tips, and a sense of connection with our incredible community of driven women. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and share the episode with fellow entrepreneurs who are ready to elevate their game. Remember, your success is just the beginning, and we're here to support you in every step of the way. Until next time, keep shining, keep thriving, and remember, you have the power to create the business and life of your dreams. Stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.